Hello, and welcome to Conquering Finale. My name is Jason Lafredo, and today we are once again simplifying simple entry. Now, one of the unique things about simple entry, as opposed to speedy entry or hyperscribe, is that we can actually add elements from different tools directly in simple entry, specifically articulations, expressions, clefs, time signatures, and key signatures. All of those things we don't even need to leave simple entry for to enter, so that's kind of handy. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. And most of these keyboard shortcuts are the same between an extended keyboard with a number pad and a laptop, except the articulations. And I'll go through both versions as we go here. But so let's start with articulations. All right. So we're in simple entry, and if we enter a note, that note will be highlighted, of course. And once we have that note in there, we press Option A, and what will appear is this dialog box that says it's waiting for input. What it's waiting for is for you to press a meta tool key to enter an articulation on that note that's highlighted, all right? So I happen to know that A is an accent, so all I do is press the A key, and I get an accent, right? And then I can enter another note, Option A. I can press S for staccato, right? Enter another note, and if I don't know the meta tool key, I can just press select or press return or enter, and the articulation selection dialog box will appear. Now this is the articulations pulled directly, sourced directly from your articulations that you have in this file. So you can select any articulation you want. You know, most of these have meta keys. You may not have them all memorized, but if you don't have it memorized, you can just find it here. And like this one, for example, doesn't even have one, so you'd have to select it from here. And then press select, and you've got that LV tie there. All right, so that is entering articulations with Option A. Now on an extended keyboard with the number pad, the asterisk key, or I guess that's the multiplication key in the number pad, will do the same thing. So B, and press that multiplication key, and the same thing appears, and you can do the same thing, all right? One of the handy things about articulations is that you can also do sticky articulations. So if you want to do a bunch of staccato eighth notes in a row, you can do that. So choose your eighth note, right? And then use Command Option Shift A, Command Option Shift A, and you'll get the same dialog box. It's waiting for you to tell it what articulation you want to use. So press S for staccato. And you notice right above the input caret, there's actually a little staccato marking above that note. And from here, you can just enter a bunch of notes, and they'll all have the staccato marking there. And again, Command Option Shift A will turn that off. And so the next notes you enter will not have that. All right. So that works with Command Option Shift A, but it also works with just plain Command asterisk or multiplication key in the number pad, right? And again, the same thing. It's waiting for you to enter an articulation. Do the staccato again, and we can do the same thing. All right. So that is articulations and sticky articulations. Now let me just show you how to do this with the laptop set, because that's with the extended keyboard. So again, to get to the laptop set, go to Simple, Simple Entry Options, Edit Keyboard Shortcuts, and then down here, choose Laptop Shortcut Table, and click OK. All right, and OK. In the laptop layout, it's the Option A will also work for an articulation. So if we just enter a note, Option A, and we can do the articulation that way, right? But instead of the multiplication key and the number pad for this, we could also use the accent key, which is just to the left of the 1 key, to get the same thing. So enter a note, accent key, A for accent, all right? And to get a sticky articulation with a laptop set, the key command is Command Shift Accent key. All right, so again, we'll just enter the staccato, and now we can enter a bunch of notes. All right, and then Command Shift Accent will undo that sticky articulation. All right, so that's articulations. We can also add expressions. So if we enter a note, X or Option X, either of them will work. So X will give you the same dialog box, and now it's waiting for a meta tool key from the expression set, right? So I know that 4 happens to be forte, so if I press 4, I'll get a forte, right? Enter another note, and Option X does the same thing, and 3 will give me a fortissimo, right? And again, if I don't know the meta tool key, X, and just choose select, and you can pull up any expression that you want from your expression selection menu, right? So we could choose agitato, for example, and you're good to go. All right, so that's X or option X for expressions. And we can change clefs right from simple entry with option C. And again, it's waiting for input, and I happen to know that 4 will give me a bass clef. So if I press 4, you'll get a bass clef, right? Option C, 1 will give me the treble clef back. And if you don't know, just choose select, and you get your clef dialog box, and you can choose directly, all right? Option T will give you time signatures, and there are meta tool keys for time signatures. If you happen to know them, press 3, and you get 3, 4, right? Option T, we could choose 2 for 2, for example. And if you don't know, again, just press select, and you can choose whichever one you want from the time signature dialog box. All right, that's option T for time signature. And then option K will give you key signatures. And again, there are meta tool keys. So 4, for example, will give me E major. Or option K, we can do E will give me E flat major. All right. And again, if you don't know, just press select, and you can choose your key signature from the dialog box as well. All right. So that's articulations, expressions, clefs, time signatures, and key signatures, all from within the simple entry tool. And for more information about the meta tool keys, specifically for clefs, time signatures, and key signatures, and also articulations and expressions, check out some of the other videos that I've done, and I'll show you how some of those things work. All right. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you learned something about entering things other than notes in simple entry. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.